Sierra. The long form of Jim, but it's all right as long as you don't call me late for dinner there, Nick. Fine about coming from up in this country and down to Florida there. Well, we're out here on about 7.5 acres and about 25 miles west of the Mississippi River. We're down in the southeastern corner of Iowa. We're about 27 miles north of Keokuk and about 17 miles south of Mount Pleasant there, if you know anything about the area there. But you're loud and clear. This is really a 40-meter antenna. I'm just trying it out on in fact, it worked real good on 17, so I'm just trying it out on 20 here. And so far tonight here, I talked to California and out of Florida. So, and I heard some DX down the band there. So I guess I've got a winner here. K9CK W0YWT.
We got sporadic ionospheric changes right now. It's like 10 to 15 meters right now. You fade it out and you fade it back in. So I will keep transmission short. The band has changed, and it's in for a little bit of a while, but I think James is going to go. At any rate, 100% copy in the last transmission, but he did take a dive in quality, so I have to try and remember everything I wanted to say to you, and I can't right now, because there's too many other things on my mind, I guess, about radio and antennas and DX, which you all touched on, and I don't know what to say. A 4-element monoband Yagi, it's a 40-foot boom, and it's up about 55 feet over.
Good heavens there. You ought to work the world on that, Nick. Go ahead.
Without an amplifier.
Well, with that kind of an antenna, you don't need an amplifier.
It's the best antenna I ever had in my life. And if I try to go through the history of telling you about the antenna, I'd probably lose you. I don't know. But it's commercially made, but the company's been out of business for 20 years. The difference, James, is Florida. I've had 5-element monoband Yagis in Chicagoland at 72 feet. And it doesn't do what this antenna can do at 55 feet. In Florida, keyword, Florida.
Well, Florida is the propagation capital of the world. I hear stations work in Florida when you know, they can't even hear me, or at least they don't want to. But, you know, if you do any listening at all, you can tell that propagation from, well, it doesn't make any difference. 160 through 12 meters is always good from any place in the world to Florida.
I guess it's the water table, and there's no conflicting structures anywhere around. It's flat as a pancake. Oh, I can't believe it. James, I can't believe it. I operated in the very western suburbs of Chicago in Batavia, Illinois, and I operated from that location since 1983. And I've had 72-foot towers and big monobanders and ran a kilowatt. But I can't believe I had turned. I talked to a guy last night in England. I turned my RF gain on my IC56 Pro all the way clockwise. And I transmitted, and I got a 5 and 7 report. Over.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I say, that's the propagation capital of the world. Yeah, Chicago's not the best place there. Yeah, I know where you were. We're about 240 miles south and west of Chicago, so we're not all that far. And I know where Batavia is. Know exactly where Batavia is. But you know, the noise floor in Chicago is higher, I think, than any place else in the world except maybe Europe. Go ahead.
You know what? I don't know. I was born and raised there. I mean, I was an amateur from 1966 in Chicago, and I only moved down here now. So I don't know what a noise level is supposed to be. I know, guys talking about high noise level, but it became such a matter of course you didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of the guys talk to in Chicago. They say, well, you're running 10 over 9, and you're above the noise level. And I said, well, what is the noise level? And he said, well, just a minute, don't say anything. And they'll stop me and say, well, it's only S8 tonight. And I think, my God, I couldn't even operate in an S8 noise level. Noise level out here is about a 2 out here in the country.
Right now, with no attenuation whatsoever on the receiver, which is a Icon 756 Pro. Now, James, I didn't notice extremely. I mean, it was seasonally where it would blank out bands, but you know, I grew up with the woodpecker. I grew up with the woodpecker, so and Drake receivers and Helicrafter's receivers. So I think that the noise level and the cackle is kind of gone by my fast becoming deaf ears. This antenna was made by K9CK and it was a computer-derived antenna design. It's a 40-foot boom, and I elected to only go to 55 feet in Florida because all the existing hams down